one tradition we have in our podcast is that we also ask my wonderful team that you don't always get to see in the background, Rico and Nelly. Do you guys have any questions for Lieven? Okay. The question that Rico had, and I guess it's a legitimate and pragmatic one, is how long does such an analysis process usually take?
And on the number of people that are involved in it.
Okay, that's a good counter answer. So yeah. So a number of people, but we're talking on average.
Each sequence is about 1 to 2 hours.
Okay,
so I would say something like 10 people.
But it theoretically, it's something that we could, if it's let's say a smaller to a medium-sized team, something that could be the assessment itself could be. I'm not talking about feedback, but I'm talking about assessment can be done in a couple of weeks or a month.
That's most of the time, a couple of weeks.
Okay, good. And then really for larger companies, you'd probably just have to add weeks depending on how many teams and how many departments you're doing. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Cone. Yeah. Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Kuan? Okay. Yeah. So Nelly knows it, and she's our Japan expert, so she even pronounced it correctly.
Okay.
Okay. That's such a brilliant question. You're going to have to say it over. Do you remember the wording? Because I love your wording. Say it again. So no. Start off with your definition of Kuan. So it's by definition, Kuan is a riddle that the mind cannot solve. So it kind of taps into this paradox nature of looking at the world. And what was the next part? Okay, and a Kuan, the ambition of a Kuan is to create satori, which is some form of epiphany or recognition or self-reflection. The question that she asks, if you're using this vocabulary and this understanding, what realization or self-realization, if you were to put it into a sentence or a couple words, what does the Cone system or the Kuan system, what kind of reflection or epiphany can it provide you and your team and your company? Do I need to repeat the question?
Sorry.
I guess another way of asking the question would be, what do you see the biggest impact? Are you familiar with should I define impact? So, you often, your output is that you have an assessment, right? Your outcomes is that your competency is built. Your impact is what? What kind of impact do you have on the world at large with your system?
Well, I would say it on two-level way. Impact on people is that the number of times I've got feedback from people, even after 10 years or longer, that it completely changed their life, really.
So a lasting effect on individuals, right? So, okay, that's one. Yeah. And the second?
And so the second is a more global, that people can use it anywhere. And so we do impact in a kind of indirect way, just by having it in the open.
Okay. So the open source concept that people can use it with you or without you is another major impact.
Everything that we publish or that we as a report and all that is open source. I mean, it's source in the sense that you just can't copy it.
Very, very good. Very good.